Welcome everybody back to another Haikyuu reaction. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Carson.
And today we are watching Haikyuu Season 2, Episode 3. What happened last time?
Last time we got introduced to Yachi Hitoka. She's training to become the new manager, and we got some studying in, and she's feeling very inspired by all the boys. And now we're getting into possibly our first practice match of the season. Gonna be really exciting. I can't wait to see if Karasuno can pull through a win for their own morale, or if the show is going to be like, yes, sometimes you just get on a losing streak. Sometimes you can't let, like, the whole thing was like, let go of the bitterness, but don't like forget that you lost or whatever he said. He said a combination of shit like that. Basically, like, remember the loss, let it inspire you. Don't let it hold you down. That's what the coach said. And I wonder, I kind of already said this, but I wonder if we're gonna experience a bit of a rut, a bit of a losing streak, and that'll be an extra challenge that they'll have to overcome, or if that'll be just the challenge for this one. And then, you know, maybe they might win and then move on to the next. Maybe playing these guys will like give them a win and a little boost, but they might like lose to Nekoma or something.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because if they win here, it's like
not about winning or losing because it's practice, but it's still, you know, for the sake of the flow of everything.
If they can pull it off here, but yeah, they go up against their old rivals, thinking, oh, we're way better now. We can.
Or we were
them.
like evenly matching them, basically.
But then now they have a new trick up their sleeve, and they just get beaten down. And then the thing is, oh, now we have to like get even better for when we face them again.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's how it might go. But they could always surprise us. The show does whatever it wants.
It'll be really exciting to see.
Yeah. Please support the official release. Check out our Patreon if you want to get a week ahead. Like, subscribe. Let's go. Sucks.
Don't do that with your hand.
I love the sound.
I think Townsperson B is the name of the episode.
That sounds sort of awesome.
Excited that the other team went through. That's awesome. Why did she have the dead mom hairstyle?
After this tournament,
I guess
she's gone.
I guess that is why.
She's basically the dead mom. Imagine if she actually died. The show just took like a horrible twist.
I don't like where this is going. Don't you just love discouragement? My favorite.
Yeah. Calling her out. Great logic.
It's not terrible logic, but it's person to person.
But it's like if you encourage her to do something good here, then she won't get discouraged in the future because she'll know how good it is when it works out. You can just beat someone down.
She had sports experience before, or with what?
Can't believe we're getting into a practice match already.
Mm-hmm.
4.5 hours. That's a long time of practice. Doesn't matter.
We always play to win. Reasons? That was inspiring. That's a good way of putting it. This is literally like breathing to them.
I thought they weren't supposed to be there for like 4 hours.
Oh, she just said that they'll be arriving soon.
Oh, I thought she said they'll be arriving in 4.5 hours.
Maybe it was 4.5 hours. I don't know.
Took her 4.5 hours to set up some chairs.
Yeah, it's not that deep. You don't need that big of a reason other than I want to.
Yeah.
This is high school club. Oh!
There was one like that last time too, I think.
I think that's the same one. Ooh.
That was such a crazy match.
Legends are spreading of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Making adults sweat in the hallways. I still love that they said that. That's so funny.
It is pretty awesome. What is it? It's so thin for like.
Yeah.
Nice. Calling him bald. He's just screaming.
He's just powering up over there in the corner. All right, let's go. Let's go. They look so fucking cool.
I know.
They look so cool. Here we go. Nice. Right the fuck through. Look at that power.
They're just destroying them.
Looks like their arms would be torn off. Tanaka right through as well. Oh my god, he looks so dope.
It's so cool. It never gets old. It literally never gets old.
That's so fucking cool, man. Oh, it makes me want to cry. They're so cool. Like, oh my god.
It's so good.
Yes.
I just love it. I just love it because it's such like an anime, but it is to the people there as well. They're like, holy shit.
Especially with the new perspective.
Yeah.
You know?
Is that even needed? Determination.
What is she making? She's designing something? Oh, a mascot? Maybe a banner of her own to follow in her footsteps, a new one. Dub. Tokyo. Wait, what? Nothing you'd approve of, I'm sure. This is a serious parenting moment.
You need to stop interrupting them. That's on you, buddy. Couldn't you see?
Yeah, ma'am, this is a serious parenting moment over here. You're just gonna walk away? I would never walk away from my child in this moment. He just says it plainly out in the open.
Oh, it got all messed up. Slippers. That was so good. I love how he has it all figured out. I got what I wanted. Oh, are they gonna help her study volleyball? Oh, maybe that's what she was doing. She was drawing out all the positions and things that she saw, and now they can tell her what it means.
Right.
Oh, is she gonna make like a fundraiser or something?
Put a cute boy on the cover. Aww. I misjudged her.
You did. You were way too harsh on her.
I'm always too harsh. It's more fun that way. Oh, that's fucking sick.
That looks so cool. They should make that just an actual poster.
Oh!
Oh my god.
That's the same place that he saw the little Oh my god, dude.
I almost want to cry from
that. I'm almost crying. Oh, that's so fucking good right there.
And hopefully he did good on his exam. Imagine if he didn't and now he has to stay home.
We're rich! We're filthy rich boys! So rich, we can afford a bus rental for one day. Welcome to Tomon.
I was thinking the same thing.
Fucking Suki, do it! Do the thumb thing on your back.
Suki, one day you're gonna be on this team, whether you like it or not. Did we see her before?
Ah, cliffhanger!
That was the end. I thought that was the beginning still.
Oh, really? Yeah, that episode went by fast.
I guess I got confused because it's the new OP and ED stuff for some. I literally thought that was the opening and the episode had just started.
Really? I mean, that's what happens when you're that into the show. Holy shit! That
Can
poster.
they make that poster like
I want to Google it.
to
I
buy
care. Holy fuck.
like in real life?
I'm gonna look. I want to look real quick right now.
It looks so cool.
That.
And I thought that was the beginning still.
Oh, really? Yeah, that episode went by fast.
I guess I got confused because it's the new OP and ED stuff for some. I literally thought that was the opening and the episode had just started.
Really? I mean, that's what happens when you're that into the show. Holy shit! That
Can
poster.
they make that poster like
I want to Google it.
to
I
buy
care. Holy fuck.
like in real life?
I'm gonna look. I want to look real quick right now.
It looks so cool.
I want it. It doesn't look like you can get it, but for a consolation prize, here's the manga panel. That looks fucking sick. Like the backgrounds are more detailed. They clearly spent a lot of time on this. It looks so dope. I love his how they draw his hair in the manga.
That's so cool.
Like way more textured. Anyway, whatever. That was such a incredible moment. Oh my god.
That was so good.
At the same spot where he was biking past, and I love how they don't have the inner monologue, but you could tell it's a very big moment to him.
Yeah.
Like just his face. That's visual storytelling. That's part of the reason why Haikyuu is so well, communicated as on a story level. It's not all inner monologues and emotional diatribes and everything. They use flashback a lot, but they use it really well. But in moments like these, and in episode 1 of this season with Ushiwaka, this moments like this where you see his face and you could see the significance of like this place, the fact that he's seeing it in this store on this place right next to the TV where he watched The Little Giant was initially inspired all those years ago. The significance of that is clearly not lost on him, and that makes the moment all the better. That like just this moment of look at how far I've come, how much further can I go, that type of thing. Just so much potential. And seeing like that's such like a signpost. Like I just imagine if he was a real volleyball player, a real sportsman in real life, if he were like 30s, 40s, maybe retired, and or like coaching his own team or whatever way down the line after like he goes to the Olympics or whatever. I can imagine him looking back and like in an interview talking about his life and being like, and I saw this poster on this spot right when we were, going to, like that. Yeah. That it could be a footnote in his history as an athlete. You know what I mean? Like it's just, and not like all that is just like whatever, a cool thing to think about, but it's just such a wholesome moment and such a good thing to see. It's so beautiful, man.
Really
oh
nice.
My god. And what else? Were there other really good ones? Oh,
Mom?
when her mom accepted her, or not accepted her, was proud of her for, taking what she wanted, you know what I mean?
I think you really were too harsh on the mom at the beginning. I think the mom was being a little bit shitty. But I don't think she was, and I think the way that they give it to us with the assistant or whoever that guy was, talking to her, it's she's not trying to she's just trying to help her, but she's a little bit too intense.
Right.
So he's trying to give her some tips to settle down a bit, but she really wants whatever her daughter wants. She just wants her to actually she's like, if you're gonna do something, actually do it. Don't just say you're gonna do something and half-ass it, is kind of the mom's deal. Which is kind of reasonable,
Yeah, I was whenever with whether it's Oikawa or Tsukishima or her mom, whoever it is, whenever I'm like rarely when I'm like being that harsh on a character am I actually serious. I'm usually doing it for the memes or just because it's fun, because it's a show. I know that it's just it's just her parenting style. It's what she thought was good in the moment, and it turned out with encouragement from other people, it was what she needed. And I think that it had a really big payoff when she did choose to grasp it, and she would prove to her mom, like, yeah, this is what I want. Despite what you say, I'm going to go forward with it. And then she's proud of her, and that's good as well. But it still is important to note that she came to that decision because somebody encouraged her positively, not because someone was like, oh, I'll just keep discouraging you a little bit, and if that is enough to push you back, then you were never gonna be that serious about it anyway. But that it made her choosing her path for herself all the more satisfying, and she now has a much better relationship with her mom, clearly, or could in the future, but it doesn't change the fact that what actually pushed her to do what she wanted and accept what she wasn't her mom's sort of like, tough love mentality in a way. It was Hinata's encouragement and excitement and, encouragement. So I think that's
Also,
important to note as well, but I'm mostly just memeing when I talk about shit like that.
The first parent we've seen in the show. Will we ever see parents again? Who knows? You'd think that some of their parents would be like coming to their tournaments also. Yeah,
you would think that. Maybe it's more of a Japanese thing where like parents don't normally show up to that shit unless it's like a big tournament. Like the inner high is more of like a school field trip. It's more in that lane of like, this is just your club activities. It's not like, because club is
maybe also because they're out of town
and working, like with the Japanese, how the whole work ethic over there. In regards to shit like that. That's why I'm saying, like, I think if you were in volleyball here or in a sport here, your parents, more parents are more likely to show up to that. And maybe they just aren't showing that. That's definitely a possibility. But I think in this, it's possible. I'm just speculating that it's more of like, just, for class, I went to, we did a field trip to this factory and we did that. We do that twice a year and it's good. Well, if you're in volleyball club, which is basically like club is almost damn near mandatory to be in some club, you choose that, you do that after school, and then you do whatever. So just whatever's included in that isn't necessarily the same as like taking music lessons outside of school. It's like a school function and activity, so maybe it only is a bigger deal when it's a bigger tournament.
It could also be that they just want to keep it like the cast is already really big.
They want to focus it in.
So then when you include people's like, okay, now we have a mom and we have a sister in terms of family, and we have Hinata's sister who's like not really a character, but she's kind of cute and she's there.
Yeah.
So they are like gradually slightly expanding it, but seemingly only when it's relevant to the plot.
Right, yeah.
Which also makes sense because you
gotta choose your time. Yeah.
Yeah, you could design like 50 parents for this and then have them show up in the background, or you could just not.
Yeah.
And draw random people in the background and not have to worry about it.
Especially if like you don't want to do what do you get from a writing perspective? What do you get from introducing everybody's parents right away?
Yeah.
The only reason why you would do that is if it was relevant to the conflict. So if you don't want it, like if you want a family drama, some clashing between parent and child, then like in this episode, you create a parent to have that conflict in that, episode long arc. But if you want to keep the conflict focused, laser focused, and use all your time super wisely and tell a very well told story, then you don't, and you just keep it minimalistic and keep it to what you want to do, not get bogged down with, this is this person's parents, these are these persons. It's like introduce it when it matters and show it when it matters. Don't just show it because they have parents.
You can also wait till later and like bring them in when it's relevant.
Like say when they're graduating, or if they're struggling in school, I guess, if you wanted to go that route.
Or like if they have to move, or like there's some other like
external factor,
problem in the family or something like that, like just keeping it open means that you're not locked into, oh, but we met them all at that one sports game, and now something else has happened that's like totally out of left
And
field.
also, you want, like, think about the point of Haikyuu. The point of Haikyuu is to be positive. It's a positive thing. So if you're going to introduce family conflict, it brings in a lot of negative energy. Like, because the reason people are reading this is because they are inspired by it. I'm inspired by this. I want to feel positively from this. I want this to, like, you know, lift me up. I don't want this to remind me of, like, whatever family tensions might be going on in my life as a Japanese high schooler. Like, I want to read this manga and then feel inspired. I don't want to read it and be like, oh yeah, my dad fucking wants me to drop out of club as well, but I just want to be there with my friends and hang out. You know, like, what's the point of that when the whole point is to be positive and, like, lift people's spirits
and
up?
then we have, like, a little bit of family conflict with this mom, but she's not actually, like, bad at all. Like, you know, she was just, like, kind of off in her parenting strategy. Yeah. And it was easily remedied, and now they have a good, you know, now they're fine.
And now we know why there aren't parents in Haikyuu.
Yes.
Which I just want to say, because that's important, because there's been shows we've watched on the channel where they specifically do not, like, they also specifically, for no reason, like it's a common trope in anime, like, oh, I live alone. My parents are away out of the overseas for business. My mom died when I was young, and I don't see my dad anymore.
Everyone in the entire show has, not just that we don't see the parents, they literally don't have parents.
It's just like they essentially are just adults that they were written into a childlike position or a
similar
high school
to
position.
like, yeah.
So because it's a common trope. So the reason why we personally think it's important is because it's something that we always run into in reactions and in shows that we watch. It's always something we notice, like, are we sure that, because a lot of it becomes like, are we sure the show is even about high schoolers? Is this show actually a show about high schoolers, or is it a show just about somebody in their 20s that they put into high school to make it more relatable and marketable? In this case, they are definitely in high school. It's relevant that they're in high school. It's relevant that they're students and in their age group. But it's not. But whatever is going on with their parents in the background is not currently relevant to the story. So that's why we're not seeing it. And the fact that we haven't been introduced to that is clearly on purpose, because that's not what they want to go into right now. Maybe they'll go into it eventually, but they, again, like you said, you don't want to introduce these characters early on just so that they're there, and then, oh, I actually want to do something with Asahi's mom or whatever. Like, so from a writing perspective, I'm glad that they're keeping it out of it for the time being and keeping that, like, Chekhov's parent in the background to use as a positive or negative, you know, conflict thing later on, or just, you know, as a cool, fun thing, whatever it is. So it's just important to us.
I feel like I would like to see Hinata's parents, just, like, if we ever see them, I just hope that it's not even a thing. They're just like him. Like, they're just so positive and so happy and just like, yes, we love that you're doing volleyball.
Oh my God.
I think that would be funny.
Yes.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you want to get a week ahead, check out our Patreon. If not, please subscribe. It really, really helps us out. And stick around for next time. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Carson.
Bye-bye.